me, Eric, and our friend at the time. Was he even like a friend?
He was a friend at that time.
He was like a hangout person.
No, he was a friend at that time, I would say. You hung out with him all the time, dude, so.
Yeah, because we golfed, and he was easy to shit on. Thanks for that. That was a lovely noise. So, me, Eric, happy birthday to you. Me, Eric, and Phil, who's now some drug addict in Indiana.
Jesus.
But I almost said I almost said it. I almost said it.
Meditation.
We almost had our first meditation moment with James. We decide, all right, everybody we know is going somewhere for spring break. People are in California, people are in Arizona, Cancun, Cozumel, Wisconsin, even though that's a downgrade. And so we decided we're going to go somewhere. We're going to do something. So we all told each other's parents we were staying at somebody else's house for that night.
Like all the movies, you know.
So Phil told his parents that he was staying at Eric's house. I told my parents I'm staying at Phil's house. Eric told his parents he's staying at my house. Or I don't even think he told your parents anything.
I didn't really say anything. I just said I'm going to be gone.
He's just like, I'm going to bugger off for the night. I'll see you later. So we get up in Phil's shitty 1997 Jeep Cherokee.
Oh yeah, red.
Yeah, that red,
nice little maroon.
That red shoebox, and we start driving. Man. We left at like 9 o'clock at night. Rookie mistake.
Also known as 9 p.m.
Thank you, or 2,100 hours. And
that's a lot of hours.
Yeah, it is. And so we get to Duluth at what? Midnight, 12:30.
Yeah.
Brian's playing some stupid slots game or something on his phone.
I'm sorry, that was bad.
So we get to Duluth about 12:30 at night. We stop at the shore and
walk around.
Yeah, we just dicked around and feels like let's go to Grandma's. Grandma's closed like 4 hours ago. Like there's nothing to do in Duluth when it's open.
You went through Duluth to get up there?
Yeah, we took 35 up to Duluth, and then we went from Duluth up to International Falls.
Couldn't you have just taken like 94 up or?
No, 94.
They never said they were smart, Brian.
Oh, okay.
94 goes to North Dakota.
Oh, I'm sorry, and that's not near Canada. My bad.
It's either you take 35 up to Duluth and then to International Falls.
Pull your thumb out of your ass.
Or take 94 up to Fargo and take I-29 up through Grand Forks up to Canada.
God, nobody cares what you think.
I do. So we got to International Falls probably like 2, 3 in the morning. After we stopped at a gas, we almost ran out of gas in the middle of nowhere. There was no gas stations anywhere, and we're frantically just driving really slow, trying to preserve gas.
This big ass gas guzzler.
Yeah, and this fucking thing that gets like 5 miles to the gallon. It was awful. And then we finally find one that all the gas stations we found were like closed, and you couldn't even pay at the pump. And so we finally found one that did when the fucking car was sputtering on fucking fumes.
Luckily for me, for 2 reasons. First of all, we didn't run out of gas, but then there were a bunch of donuts inside.
Yeah. So Eric buys the fucking Hostess powdered donut box thing.
This part of the story I always remember.
And so we get to
There's
fucking
like 8 or 10 in there. The big ass donuts.
And then he gets a Monster Energy.
2 monsters.
Saying that was more than I even heard it was more than 2 for you or something.
It could have been. I don't know.
And so we get to Eliveth, Minnesota. We pull over to the
Has the
I've
world's
just been
biggest
pounding
hockey
everything besides something.
So Eric already ate every powdered donut and drank all of his monsters.
And
like
contracted diabetes.
And so we get
with that in life.
We get to the USA Hockey Hall of Fame in Eliveth, Minnesota, and Eric's like, I don't feel good.
No. So it's like, I'm done. I'm done for it, guys.
So we pull over into the parking lot, and here I'm seeing like a big statue of like Herb Brooks, and Eric's throwing up in the flowers underneath the statue.
I had no idea where I was. I was like,
we were at the USA Hockey Hall of Fame.
Yeah, from a guy who doesn't play
People
hockey.
work their whole lives to get into that building.
And I worked one
And
day.
you
to get
screw up in the rose bushes. And so we finally get up to International Falls. We get to an apartment complex up there. We look across the river. There's Canada. And we're like, fuck it. So we drove across the bridge to get into fucking Canada. And we get up there. The fucking Mounties or whoever, they're looking at us all fucking weird. They're like...
For a reason.
Yeah.
This meditation moment...
You broke a streak because doing that.
This meditation moment was brought to you by Mike and his ums. So we get to the Canadian border. The Mounties look at us like we're stupid as hell. It's 3 a.m. Why the hell are you here? Three high school
kids.
senior, pimpled face, baby face, dumbasses in a piece of shit car. And so he was like, all right, I'm going to need you guys to get out of the car. We got to do our search of the car. And he looks at Phil and he goes, you own this vehicle? He goes, yeah. Did you get your window replaced recently? He goes, yeah, somebody broke in my car to steal like money for drugs or whatever. And he starts going off on this rant, and this Mountie's like, dude, I don't give a fuck. Did you replace this window recently? He goes, yeah, I did. How did you know that? How do you know that? The guy's like, shut the fuck up. Like, just stay over there. And so they finally come up to us and they go, all right, you don't got the papers to get across, so we're going to kick you out. But why are you even up here? What was your purpose of the visit? And we said, we just wanted our picture next to the Welcome to Canada sign. And they look at us like, what? Really?
They didn't really believe us.
And it's like, yeah, we just wanted our picture next to the Welcome to Canada sign. So they were like, all right, come over here, drive up this way. We'll get you into Canada. And right next to the sign, so you guys can take the picture. We'll take it for you. I'm like, wow, these Canadians are really nice.
Oh, yeah.
How come I haven't heard about this
Just
before?
saying, this probably settles like are Canadians really that nice argument almost.
So the first picture of the guy, he has our flip phone, and he's like, he goes, no, actually mine was a Sidekick.
For kids that are listening that don't know, flip phones are the phones that they're recreating right now.
Yeah, flip phones were the phones that bend on purpose. But I had the Sidekick, and that's what they used. And the first one, the guy says, say motherfucker, and we looked at each other like, oh, that guy said motherfucker. So we're like, oh, motherfucker. And he took our picture. And then the shorter, bald Canadian dude came up and was like, all right, I got this one. Let me see your American gang signs. We're like, what? I don't know. So I did like the West Coast W. I think Phil did like the peace signs over his eyes thing, like he's at some disco.
Peace is the ultimate American gang sign. Like, let's go to war with every fucking country. Peace.
And Eric was kind of just like arms out, like, what's up? You want to fight? Like, look going on. So they kicked us out. So we go back to the American side, and the Americans were like, why did they kick you out of Canada? And we're like, we didn't have the proper paperwork, all this bullshit. And so the guy is like, not as fun as the Canadians. The guy was a dickhead.
Oh, yeah.
It was 3 a.m, and he was like, you guys got to fill out this paperwork while you were rejected by the Canadians. I was like, wow. We're Americans, asshole. Stop being so mean to me. And the guy's like, you guys got kicked out of Canada. You must be doing something wrong. I'm like, no, we didn't do anything wrong. The only thing wrong we have is a sense of adventure.
Now, did you actually say that?
No, but that's what my heart. That's where his heart was. That's where my heart wanted to say. And so we finally filled out. It wasn't even like paperwork. It looked like a fucking like a pamphlet you get from a community college when you go on a tour. And so,
hey James, here's a poem: Starlight, star bright, fuck yourself.
I love it. So we filled out the little pamphlet from the American Customs Community College, and
I got accepted.
Yeah, we got accepted back into America, and so we drive back, and Eric passes out in the back seat. I'm riding shotgun, and Phil falls asleep at the wheel and drives straight into a guardrail over a bridge going over a creek. And I managed to punch him awake right before we hit it. And he yelled, "Oh my God, what the fuck is that?" I'm like, "It's a fucking guardrail. What do you think it is?" So we pulled over to the nearest gas station. And we sat there. Me and Eric sat there. We bought him 5, everything you could think of, energy drinks. And we made him sit there until he drank them all. Because he refused to let anybody else drive. No, it's my car. I have to drive it. I have to drive.
Well, you probably didn't want me driving because I was passed out. So.
I get kind of the logic behind that, but if you almost drive into a fucking guardrail...
So we made him... He chugged a Jolt. He chugged a Monster, a Rockstar, a Red Bull, a 5-hour Energy, everything. And we got home at, what, like 11 in the morning? Yeah. We hit... It was like a Thursday night, and we hit rush hour traffic through Minneapolis on the way back. Like,
we were passing everybody going through.
It sucked. And then Eric didn't want to. Eric was the CFO of this fucking trip because he was the only one with a job, or part-time job, working for your dad or whatever. And so Eric was buying all the gas, all the donuts, all the Monsters and everything.
He returned all the donuts, too, it sounded.
Sounds like I ate them all, so I guess that was a good purchase.
But so Phil's like, I don't want Eric to buy any more gas, so he was like driving really slow, thinking going slower is more fuel efficient. It was bad. Don't ever go to Canada with Phil. Ever.
Or just go to Canada.
No, going to Canada is fine. Just don't go with Phil. Because he'll try to kill you and not let him drive his car. All right, the second topic of our listener-suggested topics is the Cuban Missile Crisis. Anybody's thoughts?
JFK got shot.
Wait, it's just the Cuban Missile Crisis?
Just the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Oh.
Fuck you, Fidel Castro.
Yeah, fuck you, Fidel.
Cubans that looked like missiles?
What? No, it was when like nuclear bombs were 90 miles off the shore of U.S. territory. I know you were making a joke, Eric.
Do you guys see that
Don't roll your eyes
First
at me.
Class?
Yes, I did.
That was a pretty good movie.
No.
They had the Cuban Missile Crisis.
They did reference that.
Yeah. I like that movie.
Is that all we have to say about the Cuban Missile Crisis?
That X-Men First Class was a good movie. I think that about sums up my feelings on the Cuban Missile Crisis. Thanks for giving us a good scene in the X-Men movie 40 years later.
All right. Should we move on to the third and final topic?
Third and final topic.
Golden Gate Bridge.
My favorite part
of God, guys. No, hold on. X-Men 3.
Last Stand.
The Last Stand.
He moved the Golden Gate Bridge to Alcatraz.
Oh my God! And you know what else? Fucking Wolverine is Canadian.
Holy fuck!
Who the fuck is fucking circle?
Holy shit!
And I also have another comment to make.
No.
Bridges. My favorite part of them, getting over them.
I like living under
Crickets, please.
Crickets, please.
Crickets, please.
There we are.
Actually, I think this is the best one for that. God, the crickets are too long. You ready?
All right, so what's your guys' favorite X-Men movie?
I've never seen any of them, so
What?
none.
All
and
right.
you know, this goes...
My favorite X-Men movie?
Yeah.
Do we include the separate Wolverine movies in this?
All of them.
I really did like First Class, though, to be honest with you.
Good movie.
Yeah.
I like the Wolverine.
Which one?
The Wolverine.
The Wolverine?
The one where he was in Japan?
Yeah. That was alright.
I saw that at a random girl's house.
A random girl's house. Ooh.
Last week.
No, it was not last week. I was working last weekend. This was known.
Tell me
Stop
more.
this conspiracy theory, Eric.
Tell me more, Mike. I was going to tell you that your transition to your favorite X-Men movie is perfect because the next thing was I was going to have you guys name movies that are like no brainers that you have to